in LA this week.
You're putting your own safety at risk to serve other people, and they're going back to the front line, back to exposing themselves, and they do it without question.
I've just taken my COVID-19 test, and I want to encourage you to do the same. To have a focused investment here in Reseda to revitalize this area, if all the pieces come together in just the right way, it's going to be phenomenal.
Hello everyone, I'm Saida Pagan. Here's what's happening in LA this week. While the city of Los Angeles is slowly seeing some small relief from the brutal effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, City Attorney Mike Feuer continues to zero in on grifters that hope to take advantage of this emergency situation. He recently held a press conference to announce the latest lawsuit to stop the sale of fraudulent COVID-19 remedies.
Angelenos have been fighting back against the virus, and our office has been in the forefront of efforts to grapple with issues that this virus has raised. We've been targeting price gouging, both on the internet and in brick and mortar stores. We've been cracking down on several different companies that have been selling what we allege are fake test kits, preying on the fears of all of us who are so concerned about the virus. We've launched the Behind Closed Doors campaign because we're very concerned that there are victims of domestic abuse who are trapped with their abusers. We hosted just this week a very important virtual forum on hate crime and hate incidents targeting the Asian American community.
In my 40 years here in the U.S., I haven't seen this level of blatant attacks.
And we've been going after false and misleading claims on the internet about preventions and cures.
I have a panel here that has information that is beyond what you know, and it's shocking.
And today, it's radish paste. Radish paste is a must-have product for the protection and prevention of the COVID-19 virus. We allege that that claim is false, and we've taken the company to court. Our lives, the lives of our consumers and our residents, depend on accurate information. Here in Los Angeles, our residents can count on us to stand up for them.
In times of war and crisis, it is especially important to recognize those who have sacrificed and those who continue to sacrifice on the front lines. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department recently held an event at the West LA VA Medical Center to salute these brave heroes.
The reason that we're here today is we're honoring the heroes here at the VA Medical Center who have so bravely come to work every day and taken care of our nation's heroes. We wanted to celebrate that partnership and honor the VA because they may not consider themselves first responders, but in this COVID matter, they really are truly an extension of our first responders here.
They never quit, they never tired, they never gave up, and they kept coming to work every day, exposing ourselves to harm and danger, and they just kept serving our veterans, which was really important.
That's why you have people that are sleeping in their cars in their driveway and RVs and things like that to avoid having, the virus introduced to their family. And I have several dozen of our own employees who've been quarantined not once, but now twice. And they're going back to the front line, back to serving, back to exposing themselves. And they do it without question.
People are working day in and day out, and we need events like this to show our support to them.
Even as reopening has just begun, a handful of council members have never stopped planning the next move forward. Councilmember Bob Blumenfield lets us ride along with his unique groundbreaking tour. And Councilmember Curran Price goes live to share how he is reimagining Expo Square. Take a look.
This is, I believe, one of the very first socially distanced groundbreakings. Here we go. All right. don't want to let this pesky pandemic get in the way of beginning the construction on this. A big part of this project is safety. We've stopped here at CAPS and Sherman Way because this is going to be one of the locations of one of the many safety improvements for this great street. We're going to have a halt crosswalk right here.
I am so excited to hear that we're having a safety crosswalk here.
We're going to walk across the street safely.
All right, here we are, the third stop on this socially distanced groundbreaking. And here we're going to talk a little bit about another great aspect of this project, which is going to be a lot of shade structure. You can see we've got tree wells here with nothing in them. We're going to have trees. We're going to have more landscaping on the median. We're really going to try to beautify this stretch.
We definitely need more shaded areas along with landscaping so we can make Sherman Way a place for people to come and visit.
It really needs to be pedestrian friendly so that people will come out and use the businesses in Reseda.
Running through the entire Reseda Rising initiative is this great street, is Sherman Way. And if all the pieces come together in just the right way, it's going to be phenomenal.
What is reimagining Expo Square?
Expo Square is an exciting project in CD9 and in the city of Los Angeles. We're talking about reimagining those communities, those neighborhoods, those streets around Expedition Park, specifically Vermont Avenue, King Boulevard, as well as Figueroa. We want to make sure that these streets are beautiful, they're accessible, that they're safe. So we're excited about the prospects of having streetscape improvements, more landscaping, furniture, all the amenities that will make the area even more attractive.
Started with the councilman. In negotiating with the Bank of California Stadium, they executed a pretty good development agreement. So in exchange for the stadium, building on that site, they did put money into a fund that helped fund this initial studies. So that's really what made the project possible for us to get off the ground.
This is a plan for the 21st century. This is a plan for our children who are going to work and are going to go to their colleges and their universities to take alternative modes of traffic.
The streets around Expo Park have been part of the legacy for the last 100 years of Expo Park. And we want to create an environment that's going to permit our neighborhoods to be ready for the next 100 years.
Submit your neighborhood as a slow street. Restaurants have new reopening guidelines, and vendors at Grand Central Market throw a fundraiser. All this up next on City Beat.
Looking for ways to help local businesses? How about purchasing vouchers for businesses now and cashing them in when the city reopens? Feuer Credit lets you purchase credit for a discount at restaurants and shows so you can enjoy experiences in the future. A $30 credit costs only $25, and higher credits offer better discounts. Go to feuerup.com to get your cards now, and hurry because May 31st is the finish line for these credits. Do you wish your street could be free of heavy traffic so you could enjoy a run? Mayor Eric Garcetti and LA County officials have created the Slow Street program where locals can enjoy outdoor recreational activities right outside their homes. To get this opportunity, slow streets must be applied for. To learn more, go to ladot.lacity.org. Slowly but surely, we are making strides to opening more businesses. Dine-in restaurants are still not eligible for reopening yet, but some counties may move through Stage 2 quicker if they can meet the state's criteria. You can learn more about the 5 stages of reopening. Check out COVID-19 industry guidance by visiting covid19.ca.gov. The iconic Grand Central Market has been around for over a century, and to help keep it around longer, they have a new initiative to help out. The LA Relief Fund is helping donate proceeds to the market's vendors who rent space within the building. But as of now, you can also order merchandise, such as shirts and pins, to show support that will also see the proceeds go to the fund. Go to grandcentralmarket.com and check out the merchandise.
The Red Cross is popping up in gymnasiums and rec centers everywhere, moving full speed ahead with their always essential blood drives. We visited a drive in San Pedro recently where volunteers were lighting up to donate.
Boys and Girls Club of the LA Harbor Port of Los Angeles site, we're having our, I believe it's the 3rd blood drive. I don't know who directly my blood supply will go to, but I do know that it has a chance of potentially saving a life one day.
I wanted to donate because I have a universal type blood, O positive. Since there's a shortage, you know, and they had the blood drive, I said, oh, well, might as well do it. And especially with this virus going around.
It's safe and you could possibly save someone's life as well. So why not do it?
I attempted going to the Wilmington one last week. I was low in iron, which I know is common for a lot of women. So I've spent the last 2 weeks just pumping myself up with iron, and I hope I qualify today. We all should do our part, do what we can, whether it's staying home, whether it's wearing these uncomfortable masks, or whether it's donating blood. We all should do what we can to get through this together.
Parents all over SoCal have gotten a taste of what it's like to be teachers in the last few weeks. With the Safer at Home order happening so suddenly, it's no surprise that most parents were just underprepared. So if you and your child get stuck on a question, there is help out there. You can still ask a librarian.
InfoNow is the department at the Los Angeles Public Library System that provides all of the Ask a Librarian services. So we are the principal contact for the Los Angeles Public Library System. Every library card that is issued has our number on the back with a little thing that says Ask a Librarian. And we answer questions from the public through phone, email, chat, text, fax, snail mail. Ask a Librarian's been around since 1998. It was originally created by Access Services for the purpose of answering the numerous telephone calls that we were getting at Central Library. And back in 1998, they had a little bit of internet access, but they actually had their own reference system that was designed so that they had books on hand to answer these questions.
What is the best way to contact you?
If you go to our website, which is lapl.org, you'll see we have a brand new webpage called Library at Home. And on the bottom of that webpage, there's a bright link that has my picture that says Ask a Librarian. And if you click there, it'll take you right to our email page where you can fill out the information and ask your question.
And how in-depth a question can you ask?
We have people who ask us all sorts of questions. We don't set parameters on that page on what kind of questions we can ask. There are limits to what we can answer, just because of we don't want to give you opinions, we don't want to give you misinformation. Sometimes things are more complicated than a simple answer. On our website, it says that we answer questions within 36 to 48 hours, Monday through Friday. But there's no limit on when you can submit your question. So you better believe that we get questions that are submitted at all hours of the day. The website is lapl.org. That's our initials, Los Angeles publiclibrary.org.
Council members representing Districts 10 and 12 were also on the move on behalf of their residents this week. Councilmember John Lee took time to shed light on the importance of small business loan relief, and Councilmember Herb Wesson sat down with Anita Bennett to bring attention to the potentially negative effects that reopening too soon could mean for communities of color.
San Carlo Deli is like our Cheers. They know everyone's name, they make you feel like family, and we're just so happy to help a business like them that is really a staple of our community. And so we're just very happy to be able to be here and present our first Angel Fund check to San Carlo Deli. So.
The key about John and his team is that they put the resources into the front lines. I said, I'm ready to fund all the businesses, the small businesses in CD12 that are operating. We've done 32 loans to date, and we started April 23rd. The average loan is probably in the $12,000 range.
We can provide no interest loans quickly. If they pay back this loan, we actually let them keep 25% of whatever's remaining on their balance.
Every penny that gets repaid just goes back in the community. So you're basically paying it forward just by paying the loan back.
I got sick March 21st. I was quarantined for almost 30 days, and I didn't see my kids, I didn't see my wife, and one of the major things was you were wondering whether you're going to get to see your family again.
40% of Americans can't come up with $400 in an emergency, whether it's a car breaking down or getting sick and not being able to pay the rent. If you're not going to step up now, then when?
I know people more than ever know that this is a time that they need to give.
I'm willing to go all in with as much money as it takes to save the businesses of this city. What a perfect place to start to give money to somebody that I personally have had their food. This is my favorite food for tailgates before a UCLA game. I'll give that a plug. Anyway, I pray that this is the beginning of a new chapter for you guys, and we're here for you.
Today we're talking about COVID-19 and communities of color. City Councilman Herb Wesson has recently released an informative new video that talks about who can be hurt if we reopen LA too quickly.
People have demanded their freedom. Freedom to go to the beach, freedom to get a haircut without any regard for the people who will be most affected by this. A long history of unequal access to health care has left Black, Latino, and the working poor in a position to be disproportionately killed by this virus.
Joining us now is Councilman Wesson. Thank you so much for being here.
It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Excellent. Well, tell us about this video and why you made it.
I think that in this business, the most important thing that we can do as public servants are to push and create conversations. It is important that we reopen, but we need to do it in a very smart and informed way. So I want to ensure that we are talking about this, the effects of reopening.
Let's talk about some of the reasons behind this.
The science is what drives us. And the science indicate that individuals that have pre-existing conditions are more at risk. And when you look at certain communities of color, you see that there are hypertension, obesity, diabetes. I guess that could be attributed to a broken public health care system that doesn't do a very good job where it relates to communities of color. And so we need to talk about all of this when we're talking about reopening.
What would you say to those protesters?
I get it. You know, most of them are good people and they want their freedoms, and God bless you. This is something that we in this country have never ever experienced before. It's nothing wrong with us beginning to reopen, but everything needs to be based on science, needs to be based on medicine. And I don't believe that any of the protesters want to be in a position because of their actions where they make somebody else sick. So we all want to reopen. Why don't we come together and come up with a common sense plan to do it that minimizes individuals at risk?
Well, Councilman, thank you so much for coming in to discuss this very serious issue with us.
The key to being effective in a crisis is having a good plan. We were invited to a tabletop fire simulation where members of the emergency operations team tested their reaction plans in case of a dual natural disaster. Take a look.
As we know, COVID-19 caught us off guard. We encountered a lot of surprises. We are exercising our continuity of operation plans with different departments within the city, and we need to make sure that resources and functions are still available, so all of the departments need to be able to adapt to an additional event like a brush fire.
What we want here is we want a shared understanding of what it is we're doing as a city to provide protective measures to our employees as we maintain our essential functions and as we respond to an emerging incident, right? What we want to do and really want to focus on this tabletop is what are our gaps and what are the issues that we can identify, what it is that our EOC will look like as we respond to two incidents simultaneously, an incident within an incident.
The first thing we would do is send out a wireless emergency alert through Notify LA. If you aren't registered for Notify LA, you can go ahead and register at emergency.lacity.org.
Every department is activated at a certain level doing certain things. Right now, resources are marshaled throughout the entire city, and we're outsourcing to get additional needs, primarily PPE.
The question was posed, what's our capability, particularly in the mass care arena, to deal with a concurrent secondary event? With everything going on, even just within the mass care branch, how would we be able to respond to a secondary event? Are we capable of handling that? I think the answer is yes, but this exercise here today will not only be helpful for the EOC responders, but it will help to reassure the council and our city leadership that we're able of handling more than one incident at a time.
Hi everybody, my name is Ralph Terrazas, Fire Chief of Los Angeles City Fire Department. I'm here today to shine a light on our unsung heroes who are working tirelessly behind the scenes at our Supply and Maintenance Division, under the command of Assistant Chief Wade White. Our men and women there, both civilian and sworn, have been working around the clock to ensure our firefighters have everything necessary to battle the coronavirus pandemic. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I want to say thank you to the men and women at our Supply and Maintenance Division.
Around March 5th, we really stepped things up here at the Supply and Maintenance Division. We were buying up everything we could to start getting a stockpile here, knowing that this thing was going to take off. As far as our inventory, what we had in stock for masks, gowns, gloves, glasses, and all those items that we've been using quite a bit of over the last couple months. We figured that we were going to need to get more supplies out to the field, so I brought in a team and they established a new supply ordering system as well as a supply chain distribution system. Supplies will come from a vendor, they'll get delivered here. Our staff will unpackage them, inventory them, put them in a master inventory system. We're utilizing a new spreadsheet for that. And then we take the order requests that are coming in from the various battalions, and then we build pallets. And then we label those pallets, and the pallets are shipped out to the Geo Bureau drop points, and then the battalion chief can pick those supplies up and distribute them throughout their battalion. The staff here has been working around the clock. We've been here 7 days a week. A group of about 6 people here at Supply and Maintenance Division are packaging the supplies, and then there's a group, which is a ground support unit, that takes the supplies and they transport them out to the field. We track the burn rate. We're tracking every mask, every glove, every gown, so we know what you're using out there. We're comparing it to EPCR data that comes in when you're checking the boxes on the EPCR. So keep doing what you're doing. We have figured out how many days we can survive on the supplies that we have in place, and we're fine. We're doing good. And we're going to continue here at Supply and Maintenance Division to purchase supplies to make sure that you have enough for the field.
Check out the AILA Book Club. The Performing Arts Center of LA goes Facebook Live, and the Geffen Playhouse launches their new Stay House. All this up next on Virtual Things to Do.
The AILA community is starting a book club. Each month, you all will pick a book to read or listen to on Audible, then discuss it on the last Sunday over Zoom. This is a brand new virtual book club, and they need your help to make it special. For the first meeting on the 31st, they will discuss format and decide on a book to read in June. Browse their new reading list and add your recommendations so you all can discuss it on Sunday. Visit joinai.la/book-club. Check out the Music Center Performing Arts Center for the 32nd Annual Music Center Spotlight Grand Finale online. This virtual celebration will feature the 2020 Grand Prize finalists' performances. Much more than a competition, Spotlight is a scholarship and arts training program which empowers students by emphasizing preparation and perseverance. The Music Center's 2020 Spotlight Grand Finale online happens Saturday, May 31st. For more information, please visit musiccenter.org. The Geffen Playhouse would like to welcome you to the new Geffen Stay House. The notable West LA theater space will be sharing exclusive original content every Wednesday from some of their wonderful Geffen alumni and favorite theater artists. The folks at the Geffen will keep them coming until the theater doors are open to welcome you back. Check out the Geffen Stay House by visiting geffenplayhouse.org/stayhouse. And that's a look at some virtual things to do.
I'm here on 41st and Avalon at the Kedron Community Health Center. I've just taken my COVID-19 test, and I want to encourage you to do the same. Testing is free here at the Kedron Center. All you have to do is sign up or walk in. The test is easy and painless. Instructions are very clear. As I said, there is no charge. Everyone is entitled. This is a pandemic that we must win. We want you to survive, be a positive force in our community. Get your free COVID-19 test. It's free, it's painless, and it can save your life.
Here at Channel 35, we stay committed to bringing you the best information possible during the COVID-19 outbreak. Remember that you can sign up with Notify LA to receive emergency alerts. To sign up, just text your zip code to 888-777. You can also find reliable information about the resources available from the City of Los Angeles at these websites: publichealth.lacounty.gov, coronavirus.lacity.org, or at emergency.lacity.org. That's it for this edition. I'm Saida Pagan. From all of us here at LA This Week, thanks for joining us. A reminder that you can catch us online at lacityview.org. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.